Welcome to Quits Gaming. I am Silvermord. We are playing Neverending Nightmares. And we have found ourselves in a mental asylum. I have to say that this is a magnificent game. It's very unnerving. And, you know, mental asylums are no stranger to the horror genre. I mean, obviously they're in a lot of games. My favorites being the Silent Hill series. I absolutely adore Silent Hill. But the way that this is, there's just something. I think it's the combination of the ambient sound and the sketchy atmosphere and the sketchy art style. I know they said Thomas, but it sounded like someone just called me a dumbass. That might be pretty accurate. I absolutely love all the textures that they used just using lines. I mean, I had art class once upon a time, and I mean, I see hatching, I see stippling, and it's just the shading, the way that the shadows are being thrown in layer with, you know, everything else. It just gives you this sense of disorientation. And horror. Disorientation and horror. Never-ending, horrifying nightmare realm. Every time I do that... Oh, hydrotherapy. Although this doesn't look like the same hydrotherapy I'm used to seeing. Not that I've been in hydrotherapy. But I watched, what was it? American Horror Story. That is a really messed up but incredibly addictive show. And they actually had one episode that there were people that were in hydrotherapy. And you basically get tarped in a bathtub full of excruciatingly hot water from your neck down. I've always found weird places like that to be interesting, so what can I say? I guess I just... guess I'm just naturally, drawn to some weird shit. Well, nothing that way. Bunch of bloody handprints. Every time I scream, Basil like freaks out, so... How's this guy not died of a heart attack yet? I mean... Jeez, I've almost died of a heart attack here. I don't like these sounds. I don't like these sounds at all. Oh, and I'm bleeding. Did I step on something? Must have. It's cool, I don't need that blood. You know, considering that I'm bleeding from my feet... Oh, I was bleeding from my feet. He seems really nonchalant about it. Like, it doesn't even really seem to bother him. It's like, yeah, what if? What if? No big. Dog. Faux shizzle, my nizzle squitch. In case anyone can't tell, I never studied Ebonics. I hear something that It sounds very unfriendly. Arsenic capsules. That's lovely. Oh, hello. Can I just not... Oh, you are one ugly mofo. I'm assuming you're blind. What does that mean? You have blood coming out of your eyes. It's a pretty good clue that you're blind. Then again, I also kind of thought that the big fat baby guy was blind, but I could be wrong for that. So I'm sure if I got close enough to him. I apologize if I'm not talking a lot. I'm actually really intrigued by this. Like, it is genuinely interesting to me. Like, I feel myself being pulled into the game to the point where I'm forgetting to talk to you guys. Because it's such an atmospheric game. So unlike anything I've ever, played before. It's quite impressive, actually. I'm almost at a loss for words. Because, yeah, I mean, there's a couple, like... Oh, I don't like you. There's a couple, jump scares so far. But for the... Oh, ho, ho, ho. Is that guy reaching for my junk? So is that right at junk level? I have a feeling that there's nothing useful in any of those. I'm sorry, Omen Child. Did I bother you? You seem to be having a joke amongst yourselves. I really don't want to interfere. Fun fact, that was one of my nicknames growing up. Omen Child. And Demon Spawn. Oh, don't get me wrong, I had loving parents. Very loving, actually. They just really liked to joke about it. So I was a horrible little wretch. Ironically, I grew up never to like children. Well, except for when I'm in costume, because if you're in costume, oh my gosh, those children look at you like you are, like, you can do no harm. And they respect you and revere you. Don't like that. I do not like this. Oh, I'm glad I passed when I did, because he would have mauled me to death. Please don't. Just no. I don't want to be raped by this creepy blind guy. Not sexually raped. Just mentally raped. I'm sorry, that's not funny. I shouldn't joke about rape. You know, sometimes I have to worry because I do say some things, not necessarily on this channel, but I do say some things that are pretty messed up. Like when joking with my friends and everything. And I have to say, I genuinely do say some offensive things if they were taken out of context. Ooh, showers. For example, und we have showers but no towels. If you get the reference to that, you probably don't. Oh! Well, that's lovely. Someone was having a vampire rave in here. Showers of the devil. But I do actually say some things that if they were taken out of context would be... I don't even know if I want to look in these anymore. That is a lot of dead people. I was wondering where those hands were coming from. That is a lot of dead people, actually. Anyway, I will admit that I do say some pretty bad things. Like, there's some pretty offensive things I have said jokingly. And I often try to be careful about what I say on my channel, just because... Oh, son of a... You don't go far enough for me to... Do you? Oh, no! He ate me. That's some bullshit. Anyway. So close. Oh, at least it doesn't make me go all the way through it again. Perfect. But I will admit that I do hold back just because out of consideration for others. Like, you know, the rape joke. It wasn't really a joke. You know, I do say some sexist jokes quite a bit because, in all honesty, I don't really feel like I'm the biggest feminist in the world, to say the least. I'm not a feminist, should I say. I make jokes about the female gender all the time. But I'll be honest, I do say some pretty bad stuff at times if it's taken out of context or if you don't have a sense of humor towards that. So I do want to say I apologize in advance for if I ever am ranting by myself and say anything, but most likely these slips happen when I'm gaming with... No, thank you. I don't want that. These usually happen when I'm gaming with Bear or Piglet or Cassius. When I'm BSing with people and in banter. So, if that happens and you guys are offended, I apologize. I'm accepting of all types. I really am. You know. Ooh, you should just keep it away from me. Oh, that's glass. Can't get away from the glass either. Ow, 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 ow. No, that's some bullshit! Sorry, Basil. I should have ran. Anyway. I'm gonna go ahead, stop there. That's all the time I have for today. Anyway, thank you for joining me on Quits Gaming. Until next time.